call. All zeros. Hello? Yeah, who's calling? Oh, the district attorney's office. How are you? I'm doing okay. What's going on with my daughters?
So what does she want from you?
It seemed like a fishing exposition. You know, asking where the relationship was, if there's custody issues, and what does it have to do with my kids being hit?
Yeah, right. Well, sadly enough, Mr. Coleman, what seems to be happening here to your children is that your wife is lying about you, about material issues, and issues of abuse that you never did. And I've listened to the court transcripts, and I am at a loss to understand why the Lowell police and the district attorney's office are hiding all of this.
Ms. Liriano, have you accused Mr. Coleman of sexually abusing the children?
Nunca he dicho eso, pero siempre he estado pendiente de todo lo que mis hijas me dicen y he hecho el trabajo que tengo que hacer como madre.
I never said that.
Has Mr. Coleman ever punched you, Ms. Liriano?
No me ha dado ¿cómo es? Bofetada, pero sí me ha maltratado y me ha herido.
He hasn't punched me, but he has maltreated and hurt me.
So yes, it's got her signature.
All right, and it's a motion in the probate court?
Correct.
And you want me to look at this?
Yes, because it says that I punched her on it, which she signed under the pains and penalty of perjury.
Okay, show it to Ms. Leary on the floor.
In number 15, where it says he grabbed me by my leg, that occurred in October, not April 23.
Your Honor, how could that have occurred in October if it was signed June 12th?
I don't know, and I'll read this document. I was just giving her an opportunity to see it because she indicated she didn't know what translation that was, but I'll read the document that apparently bears her signature. Look at the end of that document, Ms. Liriano. Is that your signature?
Yes.
Okay, I'll read that document. Yes, go ahead.
In regards to this affidavit, there were phone conversations with myself and Ms. Liriano before we agreed to try to work things out for the kids' sake, where she stated to me,
Go ahead.
where she stated to me that the affidavit was full of lies. This was a telephone conversation I had with her, and saying that I never hit her, I never abused her. They were all lies. They were all made up by her advocates and the people working for her in order to make her story appear better.
The question I asked was whether he threatened to do physical harm to you.
Amenazarme.
Que la va a golpear físicamente.
Amenazarme no.
Threaten me? No.
There's no testimony on that. I've been given this twice, and it's not. First of all, it's not even in a playable format.
Is he photographing this?
I'm a member of the media, ma'am, yes. That's Peter Coleman. He used to have a promising career in microbiology and in quality assurance in the medical field. However, since he's become embroiled in a very nasty custody dispute with his soon-to-be ex-wife, his life has turned sour and anything but smooth sailing. And he can't even file reports at the police department in Lowell regarding the safety of his children, and he can't pick up audio from court hearings where his wife has issued, so we say, materially conflicting statements. I witnessed all of this, and we're going to start with Lowell and go through the day last week at the Vineyard.
What's going on? Well, this is a letter I'm here to discuss the issues regarding my children being hit.
And what is this?
This is a letter basically stating that.
And who is this guy?
This is a guy.
Christopher King with KingCast.net, former law enforcement attorney. Basically, I'm just documenting what this man's going through. You're not in the video, so you're document that he's here and what he's going through.
Yeah, so we have to set up another date. Right.
What, have you done anything regarding the allegation?
There is a report. That's why I called you.
Yeah, has it gone to DCF?
There is a report.
Has it gone to DCF?
There is a report.
Has it gone to DCF? Are you not a
Set
mandated
up another
reporter?
day. We'll set up
Are you a
another
mandated
day.
reporter?
We'll set up another day.
Are you a
I'll call
mandated
again.
reporter?
All right,
Yeah, I figured it was something shady. Can I leave this with you and get a copy, timestamp copy?
What is it for?
It's the letter regarding our discussion.
What discussion?
You called me and asked me to come in and talk to you.
Yes, and we have not had any discussion.
Well, but this is regarding our meeting.
We have not had any discussion.
But you contacted.
No, I didn't read it because I really don't.
Well, the letter speaks for
care about reading
itself.
through it.
The letter speaks for itself. What do you do to validate that he was here?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I already told you who I am, all right? You want me to answer? I'll answer you.
Listen, you have to leave now.
This gentleman has a letter that he'd like to leave with the police department. Why cannot he leave this letter? Why
I'm not
not?
taking it
He's
from
not accepting it. Whatever. I don't even know what the case is
I
about.
want to talk to him, not you.
Why did you
And I
call
wasn't
me?
talking to you, was I?
All right, you know what?
You spoke to me,
That's
right?
it. His
I've been given this twice, and it's not. First of all, it's not even in a playable format.
Is he photographing this?
I'm a member of the media, ma'am,
You
yes.
have no right to be doing
I already told
this.
him to shut the
Lights
camera
are-
off.
Could you,
Pardon me, can I see the statute that says that? I'm a member of the press and an attorney. I'm videoing
Okay,
this
do you
man
have
at
any
the courthouse.
credentials?
Well, I may have my card on me, I'm not sure.
I need your press credentials. There's a trial court policy that doesn't allow cameras.
No, the whole point is
All
I'm
right.
correct. They called the head of security. He tried to have me thrown out.
All right, but
This guy right here.
How you doing?
listen,
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
He went
we've been through
upstairs.
this like 3 times now. You called the police on me the last time, and then they told me I was fine, and I came in and did it. So are we gonna have this round again, or what, man?
now stop. Let me have your thing. I'll go down to the clerk.
Okay. You happy now?
I'll tell you this.
Tell me this.
I'm not going to go at it with you.
Okay.
Okay?
So, because you're wrong. You already went at it.
Whatever, buddy. Whatever. You're trying to push buttons.
I wasn't. I wasn't.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Mr. Russo, please, can you escort this gentleman out, please? He's going to take us.
Sir, first of all, I read the rules, okay? The SJC rules, I videotaped trials here, I videotaped for years here. Okay, so back to the Vineyard. We verified that one of the CDs was indeed blank, basically. There was no substantive testimony on it, and it looks like the ball was dropped. And not only that, the other CD allegedly doesn't have everything on it, and they promised he could listen to the hard drive, so he's going to do that real soon. So you filed what now?
3 criminal complaints for her 3 separate occasions of hitting me.
And what happened with those complaints in Lowell?
The magistrate denied my request. That's a weird call. All zeros. Hello? Yeah, who's calling? Oh, the district attorney's office. How are you? I'm doing okay. What's going on with my daughters?
Beg your pardon?
This lady hasn't done anything.
From the DA's office?
Yeah, DCF. They have no report from DCF.
Right.
She said she has no information regarding DCF. She says she doesn't even have a phone number for Luz Liriano, the woman I married.
Right.
They claim they don't know who Denisha Rosario is. And I asked them if they performed the same test, and they said, well, they're conducting an investigation now, and they're trying to figure out information like a phone number or something. And then the call just drops or hung up, or I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, I saw that. So what did she want from you?
It seemed like a fishing exposition. You know, asking where the relationship was, if there's custody issues, and what does it have to do with my kids being hit?
Yeah, right? Yeah, you've made that more than clear. And this is going to be fascinating. So that was the DA's office. Was that an attorney, right?
No, I don't know what her title is, but her name is Alicia Compitello. She said she's from the Middlesex DA's office.
Okay, I'm going to look her up, see if she's counsel or not. And I'm going to, contact her. The lady you're staying with did what?
She threw a pair of handcuffs on my bed and left a nasty note.
And what's all this in relation to? Like, when did it happen?
I think that happened about right before I was going up to pick up the kids. You know, it was like a scare tactic to get me to not go.
Okay.
You know, people are doing everything they can to keep me from being around my kids. And a lot of people that are on this island that know me know this lady. I've had threats, you name it. It's crazy.
And you believe that this is connected to this beautiful area that we're driving through?
Yes.
We're here at kingcast.net, and they're saying no profanity on the Vineyard. This man has something to cuss about. He won't cuss now, but he's got quite a story. What's your name, sir?
Peter Coleman.
Peter, how long have you lived on the Vineyard?
About 2 winters.
And I understand that you're not natively from here, but what caused you to move here?
Nasty divorce, financial issues. Felt like I could get a job if I came back here. My name's been trash in the field I used to work in. I was working as a validation engineer in the pharmaceutical and medical device industry, and because of some issues regarding my divorce and nasty false allegations, my name's been tarnished in the industry, so I'm having a difficult time finding work.
Okay, you say some nasty allegations have been made. Sir, at some point, did your current wife, you're estranged, I understand, correct?
That's correct.
And I understand your current wife had made an allegation that you sexually abused your children, and that was false, correct?
That's correct.
All right, there's an awkward way to ask the question, but you did not abuse your children.
No, I did not. She's made numerous false allegations. The allegedly touching inappropriately of my daughters. She's made reference to physical abuse, which she's later admitted in open court that I did not hit her.
Now, I accompanied you to the Lowell Police Department a couple of weeks ago, where you tried to file a complaint regarding an unauthorized touching of your daughters by your wife's friend.
That's correct.
And at that time, I recall that the police refused to accept anything you had to say to them in terms of you had a written statement, and they didn't take it. What happened there?
Yes, I had a prepared letter, and I tried to give it to Detective Asamoah, and he refused to accept it. He started talking about setting up another time, but I don't think he called me in there to discuss my children. It just seemed like he wanted me to stay and talk to him for 2 hours, which I felt was a lot longer than necessary to discuss my children being hit.
Well, and in point of fact, sir, you got there at the prescribed time, correct?
That's correct. I told him between 2 and 2:30, and I believe I arrived about 2:30.
Oh, yes, we did.
Might have been a couple minutes later.
Yes, we did. And he said he had to leave the building. Something had just come up, and he had to leave the building. I got that all on CD or on DVD now and on YouTube. And I recall him saying he had to leave the building, but then he, in fact, never left the building. I remember this.
Yeah, no, he didn't leave the building. He shortly, maybe 5 minutes or so, came back. And then again, he refused to take anything that I was willing to give him, the letter that I had prepared.
Right, then there was another guy, another officer. That was a detective. Then there was an Officer Tetreault who threw me out loudly and then refused to even read the note. This is different for you. I mean, didn't you have a career before you started having these issues with your wife?
Yeah, I did. I actually had two. I worked as a microbiologist when I got out of college for about 10 years. Then I started working in the validation industry, validating pharmaceutical and medical device equipment. So, I had a very decent career. I worked as a consultant and I made decent money.
Right, but then I understand that after that happened, there was a time when one of the court hearings came up and you were compelled to start listing your job search inquiries. And after that, then all of a sudden you had a hard time in your field.
Yeah, I was ordered to do a 10 job search per week, which I did. There were issues on the job as well. People seemed to know my personal matters, and I was getting some of the false allegations appearing on the job. I've had some really strange instances that have happened on the job, like people breaking into my car, stealing documents out of my car.
But people also, you said that people were talking about, tell us about the false accusations that were coming up at work, about the alleged abuses.
Yeah, a couple of guys when I was working at Shire in Lexington came up to me and asked me if I sexually abused my kids. You know, these are people I didn't know. I don't know who told them, but obviously somebody told them.
But you were forced to turn over your work search results in your attempts to your opposing counsel, correct?
That's correct. I had to, on Monday morning, turn in all my job search Everything I looked for had to go to the opposing counsel. So I was basically giving all my contacts to this attorney.
And then all of a sudden you started having problems.
It got worse, and my daughters mean everything to me.